there, welcome to Fun with Research. This is Susan Beyer. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about ROI for agencies based on research. Everybody knows that research is an expense, and I get a lot of questions about how to turn that expense into a return. And there are a couple of contexts that I want to talk about today. The first is research that's done for your clients on their behalf. And there are a variety of ways to generate a return on research that your clients are doing. One of them, and the simplest, is obviously just to mark up the research, your cost, based on the involvement of your team and the time managing the client through the process and all of that kind of stuff. That's simple. And obviously you can also bundle research into a larger initiative like a website redesign or a rebranding or a content strategy process or something like that, and include it with the various other elements. And then price that project overall. But there may be some things that you haven't thought about with return on investment for client research. One is it can drive efficiencies in your own process of work that you're doing for your clients. So one good example is personas. If you have research that provides a lot of statistically reliable, detailed information about various groups within your client's audience, then you can very quickly move through persona development and give them fully fleshed out personas in a lot less time than it might take you than if you were sort of sitting around a conference room trying to pull from the various pieces of data and assumptions and everything like that you have. So that can make that process a lot more efficient, thereby generating a higher return on investment for your persona development work. You can also drive efficiencies in your clients' marketing activities. So for example, sometimes we find that the audience that they're interested in isn't using a particular social media platform or in fact social media at all as a resource when they're looking for guidance and suggestions and providers in that space. And so that allows you to take the money that your client may be using on things that are less effective for their target audiences and turn that into revenue generating activities for the agency and also for the client as well. So those efficiencies are really important. Another thing is the opportunity to see expanded work as a function of doing research. So we do segmentation research at my firm, Audience Audit. And one of the things that often happens as a result of that research is that clients and their agencies recognize that there are opportunities to provide more relevant content and engagement with specific groups within their target audience that need slightly different messaging or focus on different benefits and characteristics of the provider or the brand or whatever. And so all of a sudden as an agency, you may be looking at doing sort of a multi-factored social media strategy based on where people are. You may be doing, instead of one email newsletter, maybe you're doing a couple of email newsletters. So increased work opportunities for the agency come from a valid, statistically reliable view of the audience that just shows you something that you didn't see before. And the other thing is really understanding your client's audience. And having them place their trust in you because of the work that you all have done together in terms of research can often get clients to stay with an agency longer because they trust their insight into that community and trust them to help build engagement with the people they're trying to reach. So on the client research side, lots of opportunities to drive ROI. Now, if you're an agency that's looking at doing research for your own purposes, thought leadership, new business development, there are also ROI opportunities on that end, even though there isn't a client engaging you to do ongoing work. So one is visibility in front of your target audiences. If you've got really insightful, new, credible research about an audience and you can get in front of that audience at conference speaking opportunities, webinars, all those kinds of stuff with that highly relevant information, you're going to build leads off of that. That's just, thought leadership is very powerful. And what we've seen is that clients having new research can often secure conference speaking engagements even before the research is done, just based on the fact that it is new, it is exploring topical issues of the day in that context. helping you better understand your own audience. So I have a lot of agencies that have used the Agency Edge research that I've done with Drew McClellan at Agency Management Institute over the years to better understand agency buyers. And that helps them do a better job with their own business development projects, and refining sort of who their target audience is and spending their resources on their best target audiences, which also helps an agency's ROI substantially. You can identify efficiencies in your own marketing activities as an agency if you understand where agency clients get their information, the kind of content that they value, the kinds of things they want to hear. Then you can streamline your efforts based on the audiences that you decide are best for your agency. New relationships can be built through opportunities to have clients, prospects, partner organizations co-sponsor research with you. So even if you're still paying to get the research done, these new relationships and opportunities can often drive ongoing work for the agency, just as a function of having included some other folks in getting the research done in the first place. So that is valuable. And then improving close rates for prospects. If you are meeting with prospects and you can demonstrate that you have insight that no other agency has on a particular market because of your investment in research against that market, we have seen demonstrable increase in close rates because of the agencies having already that information or having a plan to get it in partnership with the client on their behalf. So lots of ways to generate ROI with research, even though it is an expense. We certainly understand that, and no agency wants to spend the bulk of a client's marketing budget or their own on research without much left to do anything with it. So finding the best prices on research, making sure you're getting research that is designed to help you build ROI on the back end, whether it's for you or your clients or both, is very important. So talk to your research providers about that, but there are lots of ways that you can generate ROI with research. If you have any questions, you can go to Fun with Research. I've got a PDF there that you can download with more detail on all of these options for agencies. And also you can just reach out on the Fun with Research page or reach me at susan@audienceaudit.com. Look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for being here.